Hello all, welcome to www.bspsolutions.com. The webinar series is going on financial planning using Excel, and today we will see how to create interactive dashboard in Excel. So an interactive dashboard, it allows users to analyze and visualize key metrics dynamically. It typically includes features like drop downs, slicers, pivot tables, and charts to provide an interactive experience. It is a summarized data using pivot tables and pivot charts for visual insights. And for complex relationships and measures, you can use Power Pivot also, which I have earlier explained to you in my earlier sessions. Now I will explain you here the importance of dashboard with the help of a user story. So we have a Technowave, which is a mid-size IT firm. Now it is struggling with financial reporting and analysis. Over here you can see on the top there is an image of their one of the extract from their accounts, where you can see they have the categories over here, where they have revenue, cost of goods sold, they have calculated gross profit, operating expenses, net profit. Further, they have calculated the budget amount versus the actual amount is also there. They found out the variance and the variance percentage between budget and the actual figures. Now to compile this budget versus actuals, the finance team manually compiled data from multiple sources, leading to errors in reporting due to manual data entry. There is time consuming variance analysis which took almost 6 hours per report. There's limited analysis depth, and there is of course lack of real-time insights which delayed the management decisions. Understanding all these problems, the finance team developed an Excel-based budget versus actual dashboard, which you can see in the image down below. There are two images which are showing the revenue, all the categories over there, cost of goods sold, profit, operating expenses, net profit. Now this they created by integrating automated data import from accounting software, pivot tables and charts for real-time analysis, slicers and drop downs for instant filtering, and dynamic variance tracking for performance insights. So this interactive dashboard, you can easily understand from the images below. It's easy to analyze the figures if it is presented in a pictorial way, which is more interactive, rather than seeing the figures on the numbers on a table, all summarized numbers on the table, which is time consuming of course to analyze the data. You cannot straight away find out which of the category is providing more result. So this interactive dashboard transformed for financial reporting, this allowed quick variance analysis for this IT firm, reducing errors and accelerating decision making by 80%. So now we can talk about the benefits of an interactive dashboard. Firstly, there is real-time insights. Data updates instantly, allowing users to monitor financial performance and trends without delays. This helps in proactive decision making. Secondly, there is faster decision making. So with automated reports, pivot tables and visualizations, users you can see over here, if these are the if you view the interactive dashboard, you can easily find that users can analyze data quickly and make informed decisions without spending hours on manual calculations. There is error reduction because automated data processing minimizes manual entry mistakes, ensuring accuracy in financial reports, variance analysis, and forecasting. And lastly, it is time saving. It reduces the time spent on data compilation, report generation, and variance analysis, allowing teams to focus on strategic planning instead of manual tasks. Now that you have understood what is dashboard, interactive dashboard, and what are the benefits, let us quickly go into the worksheet and let's create one of the dashboards. So over here I have uh, the data of one of the manufacturing units of who sells smartwatches into different countries. You can see over here there is the data here. It is divided into country where this product is sold. They are basically dealing in smartwatches, so they have fitness watches, premium watch, their range of different sort of watch which are there in the product listed down. Then the data compiles of this is basically their revenue and cost data, whereby they have calculated the profit for first 3 quarters, sorry, for the first quarter. So for first 3 months, for the first quarter, that is January, February and March, they have compiled the data for sales and cost, and thereby they have calculated profit. Now to convert this into chart, first I will make this as into a table. So once I select under insert, I select table, the entire the entire data area gets selected, and I want the same headers which are there. That is why I have enabled the table with the same headers, and then we click on OK. So this way this has been converted into this table, which is more interactive. Now we'll convert here this table into a pivot one. So let me first select the table area. So I'll select the entire data by moving Control Shift down arrow, and from here I'll go to pivot table. So here the range it gets selected, and I will make it into a new worksheet. So here this is our table which we have created, and this we have converted into a pivot table over here. Now I want to analyze data into 3 sheets, so what I'm doing simply is copying this sheet so that I do not have to create the pivot table again. So here I have pivot format into 3 sheets. Now first analysis we're going to do profit by the country wise, how much profit that we are getting. So I will name the sheet same profit by country wise. Now here I will create the pivot table where I want country firstly. So country comes into column, then I want the product, so I'll drag it over here into columns, and lastly I want profit. So these are all the headings which are there in my table, so here I'll put the profits. We'll format the table little bit. Go to home and put the dollars, and since we will be converting into chart where decimal is not that important, so I'll round it up. So now it is more understandable. You can see the countries over here. Australia, for fitness watch, this is one of the product category. The profit, this is totaling up over here. Similarly, you can find in this pivot table all the profits according to the country wise, and here according to different products, and there is a grand total of the profit for each and every country. Now here if you will analyze these figures, you have to see into figures and you have to find out, okay, that like 30,000, so Australia over here, this is bringing most of the profit. Similarly, you can see the least profit coming from UAE. So this way you have to keep on seeing the figures and then you will analyze it. So to avoid this, we will create a dashboard. So again we'll go to insert, where we have pivot table and all the tools to work with pivot. There we have pivot chart. So over here select the area over here and pivot chart, click on the chart that you would like. So we'll go for the columns chart, and we can go with the stacked columns. And we'll click on OK. So here this is your chart as per the data in this table. You have the profit here, and you have the countries over here and the watch type over here. Now there is no title here, so again we'll go to design format. Over here there is chart elements. If you click it down, you have all the elements provided for axis titles, chart title. So we'll take chart title here for the above chart, and here we'll make it as country wise profit. So this is one thing we have done. Next we can format the chart more. If we do not want product, sum of profit and country over here, so we're just going to right click on this, and here there is hide all field buttons on chart. This way all these buttons gets away. So now this is more clear. Now this chart is sufficient. I'll here create a sheet which I will now call it as dashboard, and I will take this sheet on the first, and I will simply copy this chart and bring it over here. So one of the chart we have aligned over here. Now let's work on the second sheet. Now this is our second pivot where we want to calculate units sold each month. So I'll name the sheet first. Monthly unit sales. Now for this I will bring date over here. And the units sold. So you can see here the months are coming over here, and here all the units sold is coming. Now we'll select it, and here we'll convert it into chart. We'll choose the line chart for this and click on OK. So for whenever we want to see the units sold, line chart is more appropriate. That is why we have taken here line chart. Now we'll go to design and format this chart area. We want to put the title over here. So for above chart we want title. And we again do not want these buttons on chart, so we'll hide all these things. And finally this is done. So okay, we'll bring this chart to our dashboard area. So here you have two charts. So I've simply copied and pasted here on the dashboard area. Now there's third sheet, third pivot table to work on. Now we'll calculate profit by month. Again, I will bring the date and months over here on the rows, and over here in the values I'll bring the profits. Now we do not want this into decimals, so I will go to home and remove the decimals. Fine, this is done, and over here I will just select it, and I'll insert the chart. Again, we'll take the line chart over here, which will reflect the profit over here. Go to design and simply provide your chart title. And just remove these buttons so that the fields get clear. I will even delete this, and we'll delete all the bars over here. Okay, so now we've got all the bars over here, we have listed it out, and we've got all the charts coming here in our dashboard. We have created it. Now select this chart and bring it in a proper manner. Align, we have to, they are being arranged uh, abstractly. So here so this is not working right now, which I will tell you later how to align all of them properly. Let me first finish the other aspect of the chart, which the dashboard actually, which will help you to interact with it further on. So let's click on the first one, and we'll go to timeline, and here there is option to insert date, so that if there is any change in the date or the month, we can over here with this help of uh, timeline will actually make this chart dynamic, so that if there is any change in the data, it will affect, it will even change the bars over here. So this I will with the help of uh, these options, I've selected this, and I can even reduce the size. Let's suppose I want it to be 2. So this way you can adjust the height and width. Let's suppose I want the height to be reduced. So this way I have changed the height and width. Similarly, I will do this for same, but this option is actually not flashing right away. Okay, fine. So this I will align it later on. Let's come to the next part over here, where we're going to insert slicer so that this chart, all of these three charts, those they all become dynamic. Let me minimize it so that you can view all of them in the same page. This you can also do with your height and width adjustment that we did for the date over here timeline, but right now it is not uh, functioning, so I'm not able to explain you that method. So I'll just drag it over here so that the picture becomes little clear. Okay, the chart area becomes little more uh, appropriate. Now here we have the option of slicer. So we're going to select country and product, which is there in my first chart. So first cancel this and select. I am making this chart actually dynamic, so in the slicer I have to select which of the categories I want to get it changed with the change in the data so that this chart becomes dynamic. So click on OK. So this way I get two more slices. One I have given created for all the periods, time period. So here from entire January to December time period comes over here. The second one I am taking this as the country. So if we change the country, we can, the bars also gets changed over here. Again, this height we will you can reduce it, you can drag it and make it shorter, and this one again pull it down, and we will bring all the slicers at one place. So this way I have pulled out all the slicers here, and you have your dashboards. Now how would the slicer help? Basically, if you want to see the data of only one country, let's suppose Australia, you just click on this, you will hear the uh, chart for the country wise chart. This gets changed. But if I notice, only first chart is getting changed, not the two charts. So what I can do over here, I'll right click on this first, and then here I have report connections. So under this I can include whichever chart I want the change to be done. So I've included in all the three charts. Click on OK. Similarly, this I have changed just the country. If I want to change period and then I want to see the effect, so similarly I will incorporate all the three tables within this slicer so that any change would affect it could be seen in all the three charts. So I have here connected all the three charts with the slicers. So I have again changed it to all the countries. So again there is the change you would see here also. I would delete this. I don't require this total, and these lines also, grid lines, I don't require. Now that makes it much better. Now let's suppose you've got certain new data. Okay, now that was for January till March, first quarter. Now here I have certain data coming for April to June, next quarter. So what I will do, I will simply copy this data over here and put it into the sheet over here, where which the database actually. That's it. And I'll come to the dashboard area. Over here you have your uh, all the three charts, and here you have to go to insert option, and here I'm looking for actually power chart analysis, uh, so that I can just refresh this sheet. Let me see. It actually it is not flashing right away. So anyhow, if you insert a new data into your sheet, the new data, if you add it, you just have to refresh this sheet. To make this area uh, uh, more attractive, more like into like a dashboard format, you can go into your uh, view and you can remove all the grid lines. So I hope this topic was uh, is clear to you. But still, if you have any queries, you can write to us at www.bispsolutions.com. Thank you.